And all we need now is imagination. And artists are the people to take us to that next level. So if you're an artist watching this, know that you are at the point of time to be at the center of a revolution in the world of art, unlike anything that we've ever seen. What up, Vigilantes? I'm here with BLUVNBU. How's it going?
It's great, man. We're having a blast here at the event, the y'all event.
All right, so guys, there's a lot of people in the music industry, and they can be a little weird, right? My guy here, Matt is a rock star, but he's not the typical rock star. Matt has been offered contracts and shit, and he's all about liberty, and he just does his thing. And you're pretty big into Pirate Chain, correct? Privacy.
It's my #1 hold.
That's fucking amazing, bro. So tell them a little bit about you, man, your music, and how you got involved in crypto.
Well, I got involved in crypto really because of you, man.
Really? Oh, shit. Oh, wow, I didn't know that. Wow, man.
Yeah, I mean,
Thank you. That's beautiful.
You've changed the game for me and so many subscribers, and I feel like a lot of people are missing out. That's why we're here, because they need to know about the Crypto Vigilante.
Awesome, bro. Awesome. So, your music career, bro, how do you see yourself incorporating crypto into your music?
Well, the #1 use case, especially for Pirate Chain, is the utility is currency. So it's an exchange of value. The value that I offer is making songs that knock your socks off, right? And merchandise to follow, live events, experiences, etc. So #1 is accepting these privacy coins, accepting Monero, accepting Pirate Chain. I have to be willing to do that. And from there, it's super easy. I mean, it's new. There's adoption barriers, but it's as simple as getting a QR code, setting up a wallet, and putting it out there. That's it.
We're here at the Young Americans for Liberty conference. What's the vibe you get? We see a bunch of young people in this post-pandemic era. What do you see, man? Do you feel hopeful, honestly speaking? Do you feel hopeful for the future? Because a lot of these people, a lot of these individuals, a lot of these young people came into the world post 9/11, meaning that they came in during a time in the U.S. where you have like the Patriot Act. Mm-hmm. Is that good for liberty? Bad for liberty? They talk about boiling frogs. These guys, the water's evaporating, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And they came into the world, into the U.S. during this time. What do you think?
Yeah, it's that hot, right? We're really close to the edge of this big turn that's happening, this shift into the Aquarian age, and that pot's about to have no water left, and you don't want to stick around for that part, especially. I have hope. Being here was great. There's a lot of like-minded individuals. I think there's a lot more education that needs to happen, especially in blockchain and crypto. There was one speaker here. Unfortunately, it wasn't you this time. Maybe we can make that happen, but there was just one guy talking about crypto, and everybody loved it. So the demand is there, and I think that's great. There were great questions being asked. For the most part, when we've been asking, people if they even know about crypto, there's a lot of skepticism. Everyone's kind of mostly looking at it from the angle of like making money and overseeing the tech behind it. And I think that's probably #1 to tackle. Like, hey, this blockchain is what you need to be looking at.
Why Pirate Chain?
Well, for subscribers, you know that we at the Crypto Vigilante, me speaking as just a subscriber myself, really, and I help out here when I can, we want privacy coins that are private by default at the protocol level. And it's important for many reasons that you may or may not know, but it's worth looking into because if you value freedom, then privacy is an intrinsic part of that. And that's why Pirate Chain, because it's private by default.
Crypto right now during this what they call bear market, because honestly for me I don't feel bear market. I really don't. Bear markets are for the impatient, in my opinion. For the patient, there's never a bear market. If you look at the history of crypto and you see us at $20,000, this is not a fucking bear market. So for when I hear people talk about a bear market, it's weird because I came into crypto at like single digits, $9, $3. So it's like, what do you mean a bear market?
It's a good question. All of life, the nature of reality moves in cycles, a shift in the ages, a change in the seasons, you name it. And markets work the same way, whether it's precious metals, stocks, crypto. There's a bull market, there's a bear market. A lot of people have lost a lot of money in crypto simply because they bought in a bull market or at the top of a bull market when it was peak euphoria. So I think it's important. What I value about your perspective as a teacher, an investor, a friend, is that you have that discipline and that patience to have a long-term outlook, which gives you the courage to buy at almost any price, like you're saying. In the long term, yes, we are in a bear market. I mean, when Bitcoin's $100,000, maybe it's like, okay, these prices are getting high.
Dude, I mean, look, I thought a price was high at $100. I remember my buddies and I, we threw a party for $100 Bitcoin.
So cool.
And, for us, that was a fucking accomplishment. And so now, like $20,000, that's like, that's a number that to me is still like a dream, but for a lot of people they consider it a bearish number. Does that make sense? So it's almost like it's all a matter of perspective, dude. It really is a matter of perspective. And so if you understand crypto and Bitcoin and a pirate chain, Monero, Dero, from a fundamental perspective, you can really, everything else is just noise. And you realize that what matters is the utility. And you have to ask yourself if that utility is actually available to you in the present moment. And if it's available to you in the present moment, then what do you have to worry about?
Yeah.
That's my take on it. Obviously, technical analysis is important. And I know you've been dabbling into technical analysis.
Oh, man, more than dabbling. It's a huge passion of mine now.
And you're into it now.
Oh, man.
Like 100%.
I think I got the best charts in the game.
Wow,
it's a bold statement. And here's the thing, I don't make them, and that's why I have confidence to say that I could make my own charts. But there's this guy, Steve, Optical Art Crypto. Shout out to Steve. This guy literally, his charts call targets to the tick for entries and exits, bottoms and tops. So I go by that, and then I go by my own analysis, because you can have the best charts in the world, but it's all about how you perceive those charts. That's actually, like, if not 50, 60% more important than the chart itself. That perception, which has a lot to do with what you're saying, is that investor outlook, the long-term patience, the fundamental bias. That's what, like you're saying, allows you to see the utility, see through the crap, because crypto is due at some point for a dot-com bubble-style pop. I don't know when. I speculate that it's going to be after this next bull market in the next few years. So we're looking like 2025 could be the biggest washout in crypto that we may ever see before the real projects that have the value, the utility, the teams, the funding are going to stay strong.
So, since the early days, we've been talking about how the engineers created these spaceships. The businessmen, the marketers then came in and gave it fuel. But the pilots, I've always said that the pilots for crypto art will be the artists. And seeing you here, I think you're definitely a pilot of these spaceships. What do we need to do to bring more artists into the space? Because the free market, crypto and sound economics frees the market, but what frees the mind, right? And that's art. Art needs to be married to crypto. I see, what do you think of the whole NFT thing that we just saw?
NFTs are the future. It's not just a mini trend within the asset class. NFTs are something that I will be getting into for my whole discography. Every one of my songs has a custom artwork that my mother hand-painted. It's NFT worthy. And so I'd like to secure that value, that intellectual property on the blockchain, and reward my fans for purchasing it and holding it. It can grow in value. They can then sell it and make a profit, and I can still get recurring revenue thereafter. I mean, it's infinite possibility with NFTs. There's things in life that are non-fungible, like you and I as human beings, right? There's only one of us. There's one of me, one of you, and there's only one of the music and the songs that I made. So I want to protect that. NFTs are great. I also feel it's kind of cliquey, so it is a little bit about who you know if you want to actually succeed in it. You can throw up an NFT today. Doesn't mean anyone's going to see it or want it or buy it. So, there's that part of the game too.
What are your thoughts on Dero, the privacy smart contract protocol that will soon be launching an NFT marketplace, DeFi marketplace, kind of promising the world the ability to exchange digital assets in a private setting where we will never have to leave private chains?
Yeah, Darrow is probably one of the most undervalued cryptos in the game right now, because what's second to Bitcoin? What's the most exciting project in the game?
Ethereum.
Exactly. And who's the biggest competitor to Ethereum? It's not Solana. It's not Cardano. It's Darrow.
It's Darrow.
Because Darrow is doing something that nobody's doing.
Exactly.
The private by default it's unique and it's challenging. And so, like you're saying, the fact that they are holding up a price of $4 a coin at right now, and it's been solid. I mean, it has hardly dipped under 250 or so for the longest time. I mean, it speaks to the bullishness of the investors and the developers. It's only the beginning for Darrow.
While I'm at it, I'm going to throw a video of a demo that's happening with the Pi Swap in Darrow, where you're able to, it's already happening. The back end is already built and live, and there's like $50,000 there for the taking for anyone that may be able to hack it. Nice. Jeff Berwick was gonna break this story, but sorry, Jeff.
Sorry,
if I get to it before you, man, it's all good, man. Unbeloved, but I know Jeff. He's probably about to put it out in a walk and talk with Lucy sometime soon. But he might beat me to the punch, to be honest. I know Jeff works really.
That's news to me.
But yeah, so they're making it happen, man.
Yeah, what a great incentive. Put it out there, and that's a great reward.
And so that pot is going to keep growing because we're talking about a protocol that's private by default, and obviously it's open source, but it's we're dealing with something that we've never seen before in crypto, real DeFi. And for that to exist, it has to be dark-fi. It has to be private by default at the protocol level. We've never seen that in crypto. We're seeing it for the first time, and I'm really excited. You know what I'm saying? I'm really excited what this is going to be. Also, Darrow seals, the first NFTs to launch on Darrow are about to happen soon.
Oh, man. Too cool.
Yeah, it's going to be cool. There's going to be a Lucy and Jeff Darrow seal, by the way. Link in the description below. So, yeah.
Nice. Yeah, it is very exciting. Talk about right place at the right time. I mean, I hope people are paying attention, and in my experience, they really don't. And it's unfortunate, for me, to circle back to the music thing, I'm self-made, I'm independent, I've always been. Yes, I've turned down a lot of deals, and I have a lot of connections in higher places that I don't even want to reach out to, because my message and the purity of who I am will be compromised by the powers that be, because I don't fit their narrative. And so what needs to happen for artists moving forward, well, they just need to listen to BLUVNBU and Free Knots and a lot of these great artists that are out there setting the trend. Like, we're doing it. We're the early adopters, and we welcome more artists to join us and start crafting their message around the truth and do it in a way that's, just my advice as a songwriter is don't be too direct. Don't be too cheesy. I mean, it's only going to turn people away. Just be real. Speak from your heart, but include those fundamental values of how the system and these attacks on freedom have actually affected your life, and it's going to translate. People are going to slowly start to get it. And yeah, I mean, I consider you a rock star too, man. I mean,
thanks, man.
It's not just about music. It's about being a mover and shaker in the world, and we all have that potential. I'm not just blowing smoke like we do. 99% of people don't realize that. And so it's up to you as an artist, a creator, to hang out with those who are making it happen. Surround yourself with people that make you feel like the dumbest guy in the room, and you'll get there in no time.
I definitely feel like the dumbest guy in the room when I hang out with my crypto crowd. That's for freaking sure, man. And I agree with you 100% because crypto's multidisciplinary, and the artist and musician needs to be part of this movement. Muse comes to mind, and we were talking about this. That's a band that is not direct in being anti-establishment, but their message gets out there. Mm-hmm. So that's what you were talking about, right? Like someone that just...
Well, first off, I think they're one of the greatest rock bands in history. And if they're not in the Hall of Fame, they probably will be soon, unless somebody doesn't want that. Somehow they're able to keep doing what they're doing, and nobody's stopping them. And they're not even promoting blockchain. I mean, you look at their latest record, Simulation Theory, and it's all 80s retro. It looks like blockchain. You know, I mean, they're talking about these things. I just hope people are reading between the lines, you know, and acting on it, you know.
Are you hopeful for the future?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. But this is a crossroads. This is, as my last single that I wrote for Lootz for Pirate Chain talks about, this is the last stand for humanity to choose where they stand. Because the last song that I wrote, it's called The Last Stand, Legendoflootz. It's about Lootz, who's been an instrumental driving force behind Pirate Chain, all voluntary. And it's all about the crossroads that we face at humanity. With blockchain, there's over 13,000 projects, tokens, coins, you name it. And, I mean, there will be a thriving ecosystem, I think, in the next 5 to 10 years, but maybe at most, like, 50 to 100 will actually matter and be adopted, in my opinion. Okay, so people need to choose. They need to get educated now. This is bigger than the investment opportunity tenfold. This is about human freedom. If you guys aren't aware, the U.S. World Reserve currency is currently being transitioned to a central bank digital crypto, so they're using the same technology. But that doesn't mean they want us to use free market blockchain technologies like Pirate Chain and Monero. They might actually try to ban it and regulate it, and it could be quite a hurdle to get through. So it's up to people now as investors to put not just the dollar sign at the forefront of their mind, but the fundamentals. Like, what are your values? Do you value freedom? Do you value health? We talk about health as true wealth. Do you value privacy? Your family? All these things matter, and the clearer you get on these, the easier it is to, it's like a no-brainer. Oh, yeah, that's where I'm going to put my money. I'm going to vote with my dollars and transition them to Monero, because that's me casting my vote. So I'm hopeful, but it really depends on is TCV, are we as artists, are we able to get through to people soon enough before the CBDC comes and it's too late? Because there is a too late. A too late is possible. And how do you see like a too late being possible? When is that threshold of like, oh, is that even possible?
I really think we need artists in crypto like you more than ever. And we really need you guys because all it takes is one song, one meme, something that captures the imagination and gives people the emotional drive to take this to the next level. I don't think this is no more, we already got the rationality behind it, the math behind it down, everything's ready to go. I think we really need more guys like you. So if you're an artist out there, crypto is like the place for you to fucking blow up in your own terms. And, I mean, do you guys hear this? This is fucking amazing. You know, we're in the middle of like the heart of the libertarian movement in the United States. And it's just awesome to be here. But there's one thing about people in the right wing of politics and stuff is that they tend to go to engineering, business, and there's not really an emphasis on the arts, literature. And I think it's important for us to embrace that as well, because if you understand that we're in the middle of a cultural war, you know, we're in the middle of a cultural war, we need to understand that we need to embrace that aspect. So what you're doing is extremely valuable, and there's such an incredible opportunity for all artists to come into crypto, to use these technologies to take their art to the next level. Because the NFT phase, the NFT fad that we just went through, it's not going to end. We're at the beginning of it, where an NFT is going to represent much more than just a PFP, a pixelated, you know, work of art. It's going to be a reputation. It's going to be work itself. Anything that represents unique work. That is an NFT. And that, when we talk about unique work, that can be expounded to anything, dude. Anything from tutoring, giving people your time, your labor, anything at all can be digitized and traded in the open market. So we're at the cusp of something huge, and it really comes down to an entrepreneur and artist to just take this technology and keep messing with it, because we're about to see things we've never seen before, and all we need now is imagination, and artists are the people to take us to that next level. So if you're an artist watching this, know that you are at the point of time to be at the center of a revolution in the world of art unlike anything that we've ever seen. And shout out to Muse, shout out to all the awesome artists out there that inspire people in thinking differently. And thank you for doing what you do. Any parting words to any artists out there, any creatives that are looking at crypto? Because it seems as if the artists are looking to crypto, and they want to just come in and use the technology. And sometimes I gather that they don't really want to do the research as much as they should to know what technology they should be using. Anything you would want to let them know?
Oh yeah. So the research is important. I would be lying if I didn't say that on the inside, I'm pretty calm now, but inside I feel super humble and thankful and grateful. I mean, I'm kind of fanboying out a little bit. The fact that you can praise such compliments to me and show that I am valued. It's not just going to my head. Like, it shows me that I'm in the right place at the right time. And to be real, like, anytime I look at an artist, big or small, that is dismissing or not even taking a look at crypto from that education, that research side, the investing side especially, like, I can't take them fully seriously, because knowing what I now know, thanks to TCV and all the research I've done collectively, there's no going back. I wouldn't change a thing. I could be trying to get signed and signing with Live Nation and trying to sell my soul to the devil, so to speak. I could be going for all that stuff now, but there's no place I'd rather be than right here with you, man. Learning this stuff, being a sponge, soaking it in, networking, sharing what I know. There's so much room for growth and for everyone to prosper from this. So my advice is don't feel like it may be intimidating at first, but don't feel like you can't grasp this. Don't feel like it's not for you or you're too late. This is the right place at the right time. If you're seeing this now, whenever you're seeing this, wherever you are, whenever you are, as Da Vinci says, it's time.
It's time, baby. It's time. It's time. And so, to end this interview, what song would we play? What video of yours should we play to close this off?
Hands down, it's going to be The Last Stand, Legend of Lootz.
The Legend of Lootz. Pirate Lootz. We love you, Lootz.
We love you, brother.
Yeah, man. He's a badass, ain't he? I love how he speaks his mind.
He's as real as it gets, man.
Yeah,
Straight
dude.
from New York, like NYC, baby. He's as real as it gets.
And, by far, if you're an artist out there and you wanna debut, talk about art as it relates to crypto, make sure to hit us up at info@dollarvigilante.com or help@dollarvigilante.com. Send us an email and we can sit down and talk about, because I want to know what you guys are up to. Thank you very much, Matt, for being with us. I really appreciate your time, man.
I work to eat and sleep and just repeat. I wonder, is this the life for me? I followed all the rules and did my best, but tragedy put my will to the test. When I found some answers, I spoke up. Then I was cast into the shadows, they chained me up. No, I won't forget the things that they said. and you don't know the places I have been. People said that I was wrong all along. I stayed strong. Batten down the hatches. This is the calm before the storm. The system has been broken, and soon will be no more. The tools, they can enslave us, but they can set us free. This is the last stand for our freedom and our privacy. No, I won't forget the things that they said. And you don't know the places I